Hi, I'm QDC. We're about to build today is Tamiya's M36 U.S. tank destroyer, and this is item number 35390, and this is in 1/35th scale. So in this video, you're going to see me build the entire model kit step by step. For 9 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this kit is being built from the instruction booklet from step one all the way down to the very last step. So that way you get to see if you could want to buy this model kit for yourself for you to build. And for those of you who are interested in knowing how the instruction book looks like, after the 9 minutes of video that has been finished, you can fast forward this video all the way down to the end to see for yourself, to read the instruction booklet to see if it's well worth for you to purchase. So before we start building this model kit, I want to give you a brief history of this particular tank. So the M36 Jackson was one of the U.S. most powerful tank destroyers of World War II, created to counter the late German armor like the Panther and the Tiger. Built on the reliable M10 M4 Sherman chassis, it created a completely new open-top turret mounting the 90 millimeter M3 gun, a huge leap in firepower compared to the earlier American tank destroyers. The Jackson entered combat in late 1944, proving highly effective thanks to its long-range punch and good mobility. Its open-top turret gave excellent visibility for hunting enemy tanks, though at the cost of crew protection. The M36 continued serving after World War II, seeing action in Korea and even in conflicts in the 1990s. All right, so again, so this is going to be a step-by-step video from step one all the way down to the end. And also you get to see me build, paint and give some comments as well if you decide that you want to watch that part. So let's go ahead and start building this kit right now. Let's look inside this box. We have the upper hull, parts for the lower hull, parts for the turret, parts for the suspension system, machine gun, decal, background information, and the instruction sheet. So that completes the step-by-step instructions on how I built this model according to the instruction sheet. And so if that's your only interest, then I would recommend you to fast forward this video all the way down to the end, because at the end of this video is the pictures I took of the instruction sheet. So you could take a look at it, read it, and see if this is really worth your hard-earned money to purchase and build for yourself. But I recommend you to keep on continuing watching this video, because after this, I'm going to give my thoughts about building this model kit, including painting and weathering this model kit with a video slideshow. So stick around for that. All right, so let's go ahead and talk more about the construction of this model kit and my thoughts about that. So again, this model kit was released back in August of 2025, and it's considered the definitive M36 Jackson model kit that Tamiya has made so far as of the date of this recording. And how I find this model kit is a overall joy to build. It's very detailed. And let's go ahead and start talking about the hull, the upper hull. The upper hull has an amazing amount of fine detail that I didn't expect from Tamiya, especially the back part, in which Tamiya has embossed the words gasoline on all the filler caps of the back of the hull, which is quite impressive. The interior is also quite impressive as well. There are, Tamiya has offered a realistic interior that you could build. There are a lot of parts, but putting those parts into the kit and making those parts as an interior wasn't that bad at all for me. I've actually enjoyed gluing those tiny small parts together to form either the interior of the hull or the interior of the turret. I just found it enjoyable, tedious but enjoyable. And the tracks uses not a rubber band type of track, but the newer type of tracks that most manufacturers make today. And I found that pretty nice as well, along with the suspension system. There are many parts that make up one bogie, which is a quite a change from what Tamiya has done in the past for the same type of suspension system on their other kits. So overall, this is a very impressive model kit for me to build. It's highly detailed, even though it was fairly complicated to build. It was a joy to build because it wasn't overwhelming, if you understand what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and go to our next phase of this video and start painting the model kit. I'm going to talk to you more about how I painted the model. So I started painting the model by giving it a coat of olive drab, and then I wanted to have the color look more lighter. And so what I've done was I used pigments. I used Vallejo pigments, brushed it on to the entire model, and to fuse the pigments onto the paint, I sprayed the entire model with a coat of matte varnish. That way it fused it and took all the chalkiness away from the model, which looks good in my opinion. Then I started to dry brush the entire model. Dry brushing the entire model gave it a nice look, but dry brushing alone couldn't raise the highlights of certain parts of the model. The raised lines on the model wasn't satisfactory enough by dry brushing alone. So what I've done was I took a fine brush and then I started to paint all the hard edges of the model to make it stand out. And it looks good in my opinion. And the interior looks pretty nice as well. The interior that Tamiya has made looks really nice, and painting that interior made it look outstanding. I really like the interior of this model kit. And then last, I painted the figure. The figure was pretty much straightforward to paint. I started painting the flesh of the face and hands, followed by the uniform. After that, I started to give shadows and highlights on both the flesh and also on the uniform, and the results look satisfactory. So this is a nice paint job that I made. Not perfect, but nice, and I enjoyed the process. That completes this model project. What you're about to see is a video slideshow of the entire model kit. But before I go, I just want to give a comment about the time of this recording. At the time of this recording, AI has really begun, and beginning to see people's work posted on the internet that looks hyper realistic. In fact, it looked maybe a little bit too realistic, in my opinion, in which people have displayed the works that looks like their model kit, but at the same time, it has a bit of realism to it, which is a little bit too realistic. And I suspect that some of these works that are posted on the internet was actually altered by AI. So the point for me is I just want to let you know that I would never, ever use AI to alter any of my works that I post on the internet. Never. And the reason why is because if I did something like that, I'm just cheating myself. I'm not actually enjoying building this model kit anymore because I'm just really trying to show off. And that's not the reason why I'm doing this, making these videos and posting them on the internet. I'm doing it because I enjoy this hobby and it's something of a challenge for me to grow on, to build a model kit, use my skills in painting and weathering, just to grow, just to enjoy. And that's what this hobby is all about. Just doing that, in my opinion. And besides, my work is not that good anyway. There are a lot of better model kit builders who have better talent than I am. And so I just want to thank you for taking your time to watch my humble videos, even though I'm not like these better talented people that are out there. But you took your time to watch this video. So thank you for that. I'm QDC, and thanks for watching. Goodbye now.